There's a lot of unique characteristics about Visitacion Valley. It's just a unique part of the city.
We're kind of tucked off in the corner of the city, right up against the San Francisco-San Mateo County line. Kind of borders on 101 on one side and McLaren Park on the other side. Visitacion Valley is still one of the last blue-collar neighborhoods in San Francisco. A lot of working-class families out here. It's unusual because there's not a lot of apartment buildings. There's a lot of single-family homes.
Leland Avenue is a great business corridor. I see so much traffic coming through here and stopping off to grab coffee or a sandwich or pick up some food before going home.
A lot of the customers, they're from the neighborhood and they're like painters or mechanics, and they're kind of like blue-collar workers, a lot of them.
The community is real lovely. It's multiracial, and hopefully we can just, look out for each other.
There's such a variety of businesses on this block. You can get banh mi, you can get Buffalo Kitchen yummy Chinese food, you can get pork buns, you can get a sandwich. We have our library, we have our Bank of America with a parking lot. We have the Leland Market, you can grab anything as you're getting ready to prepare your dinner. We've got an amazing variety of food choices. We have some nail salons, and basically everything you need is here.
A lot of these businesses up and down Leland are family owned, and the people that are running them are family. So when you come here and you have an uncle and a nephew, and then you go across the street and then you have the guy and his dad, and you have Lisa and her daughter working the dog parlor, and then you got Sam, and it's very cool.
The small businesses make this neighborhood unique.
There's new businesses coming in. We have a great new coffee shop, Mission Blue, a gourmet chocolate manufacturing place. So the corridors has changed, and it's continuing to change, and we hope to see more businesses coming in the near future.
This is what is needed. First, stay home, unless it is absolutely necessary. Social distancing is the most important step we can take right now to limit the spread of the virus. This means canceling all non-essential gatherings.
When the pandemic hit, Leland Avenue suffered just like a lot of the other commercial corridors in the city. We have a few nail salons that they were basically had to shut down. They just couldn't operate. We had restaurants that had to adapt into more of a takeout model, and some of them still really haven't totally brought back in indoor seating.
It's heartbreaking to see the businesses that have closed down and shut because of the pandemic.
When the pandemic first hit, it got really slow. As a matter of fact, we had to change our hours. But we never had to close, which is, a blessing. Thank God we stayed open the whole time.
We were kind of nervous and anxious to see what was going to come next, hoping that we're not going to have to close down.
During COVID, bro, we go outside and we look literally on both sides of the street. It looked like an old Western town. It looked like you just see hay balls flying across the street. Literally nobody on the street, no cars.
It was a hard 8-9 months. Then when they did open up, half the people couldn't afford a haircut.
During that time, we kept saying like our coffee shop was kind of like the living room of Vis Valley, because people would just come here to make sure that they were okay.
We just checked on each other and patronized each other. I would go get a cup of coffee or a shirt, and they would come get a haircut.
This is such a generous community and kind. People would pay it forward, so they'll be like, I'm gonna get the coffee for the guy behind me, right? And then the next guy would say, I'm gonna get her coffee behind me. And some days it went on and on and on, and it was just so amazing to watch. We just saw just such a perfect picture of community, and just like, we're all in this together.
So as we begin to reopen 1 year later, we will emerge stronger. We will emerge better as a city, because we are still here and we stand in solidarity with one another.
When we opened up August 1st, I'm not gonna say it was all good and we're still struggling due to the COVID, man. It affected a lot of people.
We're definitely still in the pandemic right now, but things are opening up a little bit, and it's really great to have a space to come together. I did a 3 painting series of Visitacion Valley, and I featured some of the businesses here on Leland Street, and it just felt really good to talk to people today when I dropped off the paintings and hung them.
My business is picking up as you know, the city's opening back up. We still have mask requirements. I even check temperatures. I ask for a vaccination card and or a recent test because the older folks, you know, they want to be comfortable, feel safe here.
I feel like there is a sense of unity happening.
What got us through the pandemic was really our customers. Their dogs need to be groomed. Someone has to groom them, you know, cut their nails, make sure they don't overgrow.
This isn't going to push us back. It's only going to push it forward. And I sense a spirit of community and just belief in one another.
We're trying to see if we can help all the small businesses around here. There's a cannabis club lounge opening up across the street next to the dog parlor too. That should be cool and bring a lot of foot traffic. My business is not gonna work if the business across the street is not getting help.
Leland, we've always been up and down, and this hit us hard. But I see a bright future. They're gonna get these storefronts full.
Yeah, once people come here, I think they really like it.
If you're a San Franciscan, you owe it to yourself to come to Visitacion Valley at least once to see how this side of the city is the same but different.